We are live now. So, a very good evening to everyone who's listening to this live session. And I'm Dr. Sandeep Sharma. I'm the pediatric faculty for NEET PG, FMGE, and INI CET at DocTutorials. And we have Dr. Amal with us. Dr. Amal has got All India rank 173 in the recently held INI CET exam. And she has learned from me. So, she's my student. And I'm really, really happy, honored, privileged to invite her to this interview. So, Dr. Amal, first of all, congratulations and welcome to this
Thank you,
interview.
sir. Thank you. Thank you so much.
So, Dr. Amal, before we start with the interview, can you please tell us about your background, what place you belong to, from where you did your MBBS from, and was it your first attempt or you have given the exam before?
Yes, sir. I'm from Thrissur in Kerala, and I did my MBBS in Government Medical College, Kozhikode, and I'm from 2018 batch. And this was my second attempt. I've already given the November INICT. Yes.
Okay. So you have given the exam before this. So and you've got a very very good rank as well. So how did you find this exam different from the previous INICET exam? Is it the same or is it the exam evolving? Was it more clinical, less images, or what's your honest opinion about the exam?
I would say the November INICT was much easier than this paper. And the reason for that is in November, the questions were there were a lot of straightforward questions. But this time, the options were very confusing because so many questions had the ABC kind of options. You had to choose whichever statements were right. And even while recalling, a lot of the faculties couldn't say which one is the right answer because we don't know the exact sentence, and even one word would make a difference, of what the right answer would be. And there were a lot of PYQs and even previous year topics involved, but the questions were formulated in a new way. And even though the topics were similar to the previous or expected topics, the questions were very confusing, especially the options. The options made it very difficult to like come to a conclusion what the answer would be.
Okay. So basically, what Dr. Amal is saying is INICET previous year topics were there, but the options were very close. And unless you have that accuracy and the concept behind the question, you will not be able to mark it correctly. So obviously, Dr. Amal did a lot of questions right. That's why we are here discussing her success. So, Dr. Amal, you have given the exam, and what was your takeaway? Like someone is preparing for the November exam INICET or someone is preparing for the next INICET in 26. What are the things one should focus on? And according to the exam pattern, according to you.
Okay, so for INICT, I've heard sir say so many times that INICT is, like it's more vertical and like NEET is more horizontal. So that is very true because for INICT, you have to have in-depth knowledge. They love, certain topics that they like to keep repeating, and those topics you need to have an in-depth knowledge. Even this time, whenever they ask a topic, you need to know it specifically to be able to, rule out if that option is right or wrong. So that is one thing. So you need to have in-depth knowledge on these specific topics that they like to keep repeating.
Okay. And so, what are the subjects you feel one should focus more when one is targeting INICET?
I would definitely say first and second year subjects are more important, especially patho, anatomy, and even micro. And last time in November, we actually saw a lot of questions from embryology and histology. That was less this time. But there was definitely it was still more like weightage was more towards like second year subjects.
Yes.
Not saying
So,
that final year subjects are not important, but it's like NICT always focuses more on pre and paraclinical, slightly more than
absolutely.
clinical subjects.
Absolutely agreed. So basically, what we have seen the trend over the last 3 or 4 years is that if you compare NEET PG with the NICT, NEET PG they touch upon every subject, every topic in every subject wherever possible according to weightage, and it is the clinical subjects, final year and pre-final subjects, and these short subjects which are about 60%, Actually, you forget about the weightage, what they say in the prospectus, but 60% and 40% is your first and second year subjects in NEET PG. But when it comes to INI CET, it's about 55 to 60% weightage is for the first and second year subjects, and 40% is there. Having said that, I think every subject is important. What were the subjects you did well, and what were the subjects you found, I could have done better in this INI CET?
I would say I think I did pretty well in pathology, and obviously I have to credit Vandana ma'am for that because she's an amazing teacher. And also, I think medicine there were not many questions, but I still found it quite fine. And I think my worst subjects would have been psychiatry because I didn't focus that much like to that depth in
Hmm.
psychiatry, but I should have.
Hmm.
Yeah.
But there is always scope
And
for improvement. Yes, you have done
yes.
reasonably well. And you were saying something. Please continue.
So I was saying that first and second year subjects were kind of fine for me, but yeah, I think I messed up a little bit in the short subjects, especially psychiatry and maybe ortho as well.
Okay, no problem. There is always, all 19, all fingers of the hand cannot be of the same length. So that's true for the subjects also. So coming to your preparation part, when did you join DocTutorials and where did you join? What program did you join? And what's your honest review about the program that you joined?
Okay, sir. So I joined Dr. Tutorials in final year. I started watching the videos in final year itself. And Sir Rahul Rajiv sir used to take a lot of classes for us, especially even for our university exams as well. So that's how I got exposed to this, Dr. Tutorials. And after that, I started watching like a lot of videos from the platform. And I also remember, sir, Sandeep sir, you came to Calicut and you took a like a 1 day pediatrics class. You covered pediatrics in 1 day, and I was there for that class. And after that, I decided I would study pediatrics from you because it was a wonderful class. And yeah, so I started like watching videos since final year itself, but I wasn't very serious with it. I actually started proper preparation after final year, like after my internship. And I was a student of the online batch of Dr.
Okay.
Sandeep.
Okay, and so how did you find of DocTutorials thing? Like, what were the subjects you were fond of? Who are your favorite teachers at DocTutorials? Vandana ma'am, you have said. Rahul Rajiv sir, you have said. So, what were the subjects? Other subjects? Your opinion about the different faculty at DocTutorials?
Uh, Sir, of course, I have to take your name because I studied pediatrics entirely from you, and your classes are wonderful. I not only watched your live lectures, I watched all the videos in the app as well. And for INI CET, I would say that is very important because pediatrics is a subject where they have a lot of like protocols, especially like for AIMS and all. They have a lot of protocols, and you cover all those things. And even when we ask a doubt, you give the exact source, and that is actually, I would say that is actually wonderful because a lot of faculty don't, like from other platforms, maybe they don't do that. You give the exact source where you got that answer from, and you would say why, even if it's a controversial question, you would say why you think this is right. And yeah, so that is one thing I found was great. And I also have to say, Rajiv Dhawan sir, he's a wonderful teacher. Like I love his classes as well. I'd say everyone was amazing, but yeah, these are the
Pathology, Vandana Puri ma'am has a great strike rate over the years in her INI CT. Like we always say, she has a great
definitely.
strike. And I think ma'am's, were you a part of ma'am's quizzes also,
Yes,
which ma'am conducts?
yes, yes, I have to like say that because uh, during like the initial phases of my prep, I used to do her quizzes, and I used to be like, oh my God, what are these questions? I don't understand anything. And now when I do her quizzes, I can see the actual differences. Even if it's like a 15-question quiz, I would like get at least 13 right. So that's like the change she has made. Her classes are so like amazing, and it's the thing is she starts from the very basics, and then she goes to that like highest level that you need for the exam. So I don't think any other faculty in pathology does that. she goes to that extent.
So awesome, awesome. Uh, During preparation, I think there is one more thing which people tend to miss. There are times where there are doubts, uncertainties about your preparation, and this is the time, you need someone to guide you better. You need someone as a mentor over there, and like a lot of students from Kerala have been selected this time. So all of them, I had a talk with them personally also. All of them were of the opinion, ki sir, DocTutorials does provide mentorship. For example, Dr. Rahul Rajiv is always there for you. How important is a mentor when someone is preparing for the exam? Your views on this?
I think it's very important because even if you know what content to study, sometimes you need the right direction and the methodology to go about it, and that is something which you can get through mentorship. People who have already done this before succeeded with this, and they're practicing doctors, so they know very well what you have to do to succeed in such an exam. And not just that, it's a mental support, which especially when you're studying like for long hours, sometimes you feel drained, and you know to have these people like hold your hand through it, it's really nice.
Absolutely. With all due respect, I would like to mention to all the viewers who are listening to this that I take great pride in saying I have friends across the platforms. I've worked with others as well, but at DocTutorials, about 85%, I would say, of our faculty are practicing doctors, surgeons, and physicians. So we are in touch with the patients also, and we try to, inculcate the same values in our students as well. And Dr. Amal, someone has not been selected, so, what is the advice you would give to him or her, and what way one should prepare over the next 6 months before we finish off?
I would say first and foremost, you have to identify which all topics are important, especially if you're focusing on INICT. They have specific topics which are important. You need to find out those topics and prepare very well, like especially regarding those topics. And definitely PYQs are a must, and not just PYQs, PYPs, as all our teachers say. Um, and of course, giving GTs are very important because the thing about INICT, the time limit is very less compared to NEET. So you need to practice GTs like within the time slot itself. Especially because sometimes some blocks would be like uh, longer, in the sense the questions would be longer. You would take more time. So if you like mess up in that block, you need to like make up in the other block. So that time management skill is very important. So you need to practice GTs within the time slot as well. And
Okay,
I don't think it's an impossible exam, but uh, it's something you can do with like repeated practice and focus on those areas which are important for this exam.
absolutely wonderful advice given. Those who are targeting the exam and want to, get those points, you can pause, jot down the points which Dr. Amal has said. She's experienced, she knows. She appeared in the previous exam, worked on it, and this time cracked the exam. And I'm quite sure you're taking the NEET PG exam also this time, right?
Yes, sir.
And I'm 100% sure, I'm quite confident that once the NEET PG results are out, we'll be connecting again. And I'll be telling you that I had told you I'll be taking her interview again because Dr. Amal, see why I'm saying so is not because she has got a great rank this time, but also because she knows her thing. It's just that in INICET, because the options are very close, so one question up and down, it can create a big difference in the rank. But if your concepts are clear and you prepare in a focused way, as she has done, you'll do wonders. Dr. Amal, have you utilized the Q bank also of DocTutorials, and how did you find it? The Q bank, the mocks. What was your opinion?
Yes, yes, so I've used the Q banks for almost all the subjects. I've used the Q banks, and the Q banks are the questions are very clinical, especially for the even the non-clinical subjects. The questions are framed in such a way that it resembles the actual exam. And I've also done several GPs as well, and even the RDX series as well. So yeah, I would say that this is like practicing the Q bank is a must.
Great. And would you be recommending Dr. Turius to your juniors?
Of course, 100%.
Great, great, great. End of the day, Dr. Amal, the success is never individual success. There are always people behind the success. Who are the people in your life, your family, friends, teachers, you would want to dedicate this success to? Any shout outs?
I have to, obviously mention my parents because they're the ones who supported me, and also my friends, even my friends from school and even college as well. There's several people who have helped me even with studying and solving my doubts and everything. And of course, my teachers. Like without them, I couldn't have, done this.
Absolutely, absolutely. It cannot be a single person success, as I said. And congratulations to all those people also who are connected with you. Please convey my greetings to your family also on behalf of the entire team. And may God bless you with even more success. And we are just waiting for your NEET PG result also. Having said that, one of our seat is Pakka. Whatever she gets, counseling will tell, and we'll be updating our viewers also. But Dr. Amal, it was great interacting with you, and on behalf of the entire DocTutorials team, I can say we are proud of you. And please
Thank you,
convey our
sir.
great thanks to everyone.
Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you so much.
Thank you.